Might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
The Film Lounge presents...
Spoiler-free movie review!
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on!
with Chris Gooch.
I'm the dude.
The Film Lounge presents...
Rewind Review. Spoiler free, not guaranteed.
Coming up on the drop zone, Cap.
You do anything fun Saturday night?
Well, all the guys in my barbershop quartet are dead, so... No, not really.
You know, if you ask Kristen out from statistics, she'd probably say yes.
That's why I don't ask.
Too shy or too scared?
Too busy. Was he wearing a parachute? No. No, he wasn't.
With Captain America Civil War only a few weeks away, it seemed like the appropriate time for a rewind review and a look at a film about a 90-year-old virgin whose paranoid conspiracy theories actually turn out to be true and has to evade his former employers.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
At a time when stocks in Captain America were at a questionable low, two brothers did the near impossible and made an earnest, justice-seeking Boy Scout one of the most interesting and exciting comic book characters on the big screen. Zack Snyder, you may want to take note.
Damn right.
Whilst trying to adjust to the modern world, Avenger Steve Rogers kicks ass and takes names for S.H.I.E.L.D. until his mentor and general badass boss, Nick Fury, is gunned down right in front of him. Whilst on the run with the help of his only friend, Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, Steve soon discovers a whole new deceptive layer to S.H.I.E.L.D. that shakes the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe to its very core. Filled with bold choices from the film's twists to the hiring of the Russo brothers, whose only real film credit was the deplorable You, Me and Dupree, these bold choices all paid off in big ways, with one of the most exciting Marvel films to date. With nail-biting action sequences, organic humor that is neither quippy or forced, and a strong support cast that includes Samuel L. Jackson, Scarlett Johansson, and veteran actor Robert Redford, the Russo brothers gave us a tightly paced, 70s-style political thriller encapsulated in the comic book genre.
To build a better world
sometimes means tearing the old one down. And that makes enemies.
Now, credit where credit's due, the Russo brothers did the near impossible and made Captain America an interesting and engaging character by upping his power levels and making him a real meat and potatoes fighter, with some fights that really make you feel it in the guts. At times, the fights are so intense that you can be forgiven for thinking that some of the key cast might not get out of the film alive. But getting back to Captain America, this is the Cap that comic book fans have been waiting for since Chris Evans was cast. For once, we are given a Captain America who is a genuine, formidable force, and for once wasn't treated like the butt of a joke. Going forward, I was hoping this trend would continue, but personally, I felt that Joss Whedon regressed the character in Avengers Age of Ultron as soon as he opened his mouth in the first scene.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Gosh sake, watch your language.
Fingers crossed the Russo brothers improve on the already stellar work they have established here with the Winter Soldier when Civil War hits the big screen. Of course, building on the theme of characters, the Russo brothers finally did interesting things with characters that have been aching for some character development and character moments. Samuel L. Jackson finally got a big action sequence and proved why Nick Fury is a character to be respected with a car chase sequence that would make Jason Bourne proud. Now, I'm not wanting to sound like I'm Whedon bashing, but the Russo brothers managed to do more character development for Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow in one simple car driving scene than Whedon was able to do in 2 Avengers movies.
You know, it's kind of hard to trust someone when you don't know who that someone really is.
Yeah. Who do you want me to be?
We were also introduced to Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, who basically plays, well, another version of Anthony Mackie, but still an awesome addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hey, Cap, how do we know the good guys from the bad guys?
If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
Besides the strong cast, the tightly choreographed action sequences, solid pacing, and some surprising twists, although to be fair, there are some less surprising twists. One of the other incredibly strong elements is the score by Henry Jackman, the man who gave us music to Kick-Ass, Big Hero 6, and X-Men First Class. All of his scores are a riff on high-end, heroic action movies of the past, but he does them in a way that's thrilling to listen to. He's modernized the sound of Captain America, plus gave his excellent scores to identify with Nick Fury and the Winter Soldier, which has some of Hans Zimmer's Joker theme mixed with the real Trent Reznor industrial soundscape. Of course, the film isn't perfect. The twist with Nick Fury's resurrection was seen about half a second before he died, which feeds once again into the theme of Marvel being afraid to kill off key cast members. Meanwhile, the third act echoes the previous endings of Avengers, Thor the Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, and even Avengers Age of Ultron, with the whole death from above trope, where something ominous floats in the sky, ready to destroy the whole city or the entire world, whilst the heroes effortlessly dodge insurmountable odds of bullets, debris, and death to save the people below. To be fair, this is probably more indicative of blockbusters in general than just a Marvel thing, but you could be forgiven for thinking there is such a thing called Marvel explosions.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
The other thing that is a bit of a stretch is the patience and timing of Hydra's ultimate plan. I mean, let's think about it for just a second. Hydra has laid dormant in S.H.I.E.L.D. and infiltrated every aspect of the organization. They have an algorithm that can identify future threats, plus they have a sleeper cell assassin known as the Winter Soldier, yet have done nothing about this until now. Seriously, why didn't they use the Winter Soldier to take out Tony Stark before he created Iron Man? Why didn't Hydra pull the plug on Captain America before he was thawed out? Why let the Avengers form in the first place? I mean, I've heard of playing the long game, but when you really think about it, they're just taking the piss. Negatives aside, Captain America the Winter Soldier is one of Marvel's best films to date, with tight pacing, tight action, and a more serious tone that's still capable of providing genuine laughs throughout the runtime. With so much goodwill being brought over from this film, and reviews for Captain America Civil War being incredibly positive, it's clear to see that with the Russo brothers, Marvel's cinematic future is in safe hands. Captain America the Winter Soldier gets 4.5 out of 5 paranoid 90-year-old virgins that are a total gilf. I just went too far, didn't I?
Looks like you're giving the orders now, Captain.
Damn right.